Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain you how you can write a function to insert a node at the beginning of the linked list and to display the content of the linked list. So to explain this, let us consider this particular linked list. As we all know that in the linked list, the complete information of the linked list can be accessed by this head. If we know the address of the first node which is there in the head, if we know the value that is there in the head, then from this head we can come to the first node. Then from the next pointer of the first node we can come to the second node. Then from the next pointer of the second node we can come to the third node. And since in the third node we have a null, so it indicates that it is the last node. So now our purpose is to insert a new node at the beginning. So to insert a new node, first step should be to create a new node. So let us create a new node, and the address of the new node, let it be 900. So after creating a new node, what we can do, we can first enter the data. So let the data be 11. Okay, now to connect this with the linked list, what we need to do, just we have to make this channel. We have to make this channel, and we have to remove this one, so that from the head our program should come to 900, and from 900 it should come to this node at 200, right? So only these changes we need to bring. So to bring these changes, what we need to do, somehow we need to write 200 over here, and in the head we need to replace this with 900. Okay, so how we can do it? Simply, if we write over here new node next equals to start equals to head, then since the value of head is 200, so it means that by execution of this particular line, 200 will be placed over here, right? And now if I write head equals to new node, then the execution of this line will place 900 on the end. Okay, so apart from this, I do not need to do anything else. And since I am going to write a function to insert a new node at the beginning of the linked list, so you can see I am updating the head. So it means that if I want to write a function to insert node at the beginning, and if I name my function as insert begin, then since in the linked list the only data that is required is the information of head, it means that I just need to pass the input as head to the insert begin function, and as in the output, since I am updating the value of head, so I should return the updated value of head, right? And now since head, it is the data type of the head is the structure, head is the structure pointer. So if our name of the structure is node, then the data type of input should be node star, and the return type should also be node star. So it means that our function declaration, it should be something like node star, then the name of the function, and argument will be node star head. So this will be our function declaration, because this node star will indicate the type of the data that our function is going to return. This will be the name of the function, and this will be the input that we are going to pass to our function. Okay, so after this, let me show you how we can write a program for this particular function. So over here you can see whatever I explained you, that I put in the form of a code. So after declaring the function, I am defining the function over here. So node star, it is the return data type, name of the function, and it is the input argument. In the start, what I did, int n. Int n means in this particular variable we are going to ask user to enter the data for the new node. Okay, then I ask the user enter the number to insert in the beginning, and whatever number that user is going to enter, I will just scan it with the help of, I will just scan it in n. Okay, then I create a pointer to the structure new node. Then with the help of this malloc function, our compiler will allocate memory to the new node, and the starting address of that memory will be returned to this new node. After this, once the memory is allocated, means once we have created a new node, then we can insert a data to that node. Then new node next equals to head. With this, we just put the value of head, whatever value is there in the head, we put over here. It is like as I explained you over here. Then I update the value of head equals to new node, so that the new value of head, it becomes 900. In place of 200, it becomes 900. Then I just print the updated list. So updated list is, and then I call the function display. This function is going to display the data that is there in the linked list. So this will be our function that will help us to insert a new node at the beginning of the linked list. Now coming to this function, display function. So in this function, simply to display the content, what should be our approach? If I go back to this linked list, then let me erase this. If I want to display this content of the linked list, how I can approach? I can initialize one pointer ptr, okay, or then I will initialize it with the value of head. Means after the execution of this particular line, our ptr value, it will be 200. Means ptr will carry the address of our first node, right? So after that, I can display the value of this ptr. So ptr, I can write something like print f ptr data, right? And after this, to go to the next node, what I can do, I can update the value of ptr. So ptr is equals to ptr next. So with this ptr equals to ptr next, I will be able to go to the next node, which will be 300. So it will make the value of ptr equals to 300, right? After this, I can repeat this printf command to print the value of ptr. So since it is repeating again and again, so you can see that over here it is going to print the value of 8, right? And then again, if I update the value of ptr, then the next value of ptr, it will be ptr equals to 400. So again it is going to print the value of this value, and then again it will update the value of ptr. But now you can see that now this time the value of ptr, it will be null. It will be null because over here we have null. So since it is null, it means it is the last node, so I should stop over here. It means that we have this condition ptr equals to null, which we need to check, and it is the time at which we should stop. So this complete repetition, it can be simply by putting this condition while ptr next not equals to null. So if ptr next is not equals to null, then only we are going to print the data that is there in the row, and we are going to update the value of ptr, right? ptr, okay, it should be ptr only. It should be ptr not equals to null. So we are going to execute this thing, ptr not equals to null. If ptr is not equals to null, then we are going to print the data, and then we are going to update the value of ptr. Once the value of ptr it becomes null, then we should not, since if it becomes false, it means that we are at the last node, so we cannot go to the next node. So in that case we should come out of the loop. Okay, so same thing. And now again over here, since in the display, if I want to create a function, then let me name my function as this. So to get the access of the linked list, I just have to pass the value of head. Okay, so with this head, it is going to, with the help of this printf command, it will display each and every data that is there in the linked list. Okay, and since we are not updating the value of head while printing the values, so it means there will be no value. We do not need to return any value, so the data type of the return will be void. So we can write the declaration. We can declare the function of this as void this node star head, right? So this will be our function declaration. So now let me show you the code. So over here you can see this was my declaration, so I used it in the definition also. Inside this, first I create this ptr and I initialize it with the value of head, and then we start with a while loop, and we will execute, we will go inside the while loop if this condition is true, and as soon as ptr becomes null, then we will not execute this and we are going to come out of the while loop, right? So in this way we will be able to display the data. So now if I run this program, so you can see that it displays the menu, complete menu, and since we have discussed only these first two, so I am going to execute this. So if I enter 1, so it asks me to insert a number in the beginning, so enter the data. So let me put 55, so updated list is 55. So now again if I enter 1, and again it is asking me to enter number to insert in the beginning. So if I enter 77, now updated list is 7755. So now suppose if I want to display the list again, so I enter 2, and now you can see it is displaying list is 7755, right? So it means that we are able to perform these two operations, to insert a node at the beginning of the single linked list and to display the data of the single linked list. So with this I end this video over here, and in the coming videos, as I explained in P18, so in the next video I will explain you how you can write a function to insert a node at the end of the single linked list. So with this, thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment box, and you can subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.